Alright guys, welcome to PES 6 Master League. Oh my god, it's been forever and ever to getting round to this, and we're going for it for the first time on the channel. Oh my god, everybody is like jizzing their pants right now so hard. So am I too. Anyway, let's get right into it. Top player, no messing around, very hard, obviously. And like I say, if you want to read any of this, just pause the video. But if you've seen PES 5, you pretty much know what all this means. Do not play network mode. Now, this is something interesting, guys, right here. Question 4 is, in the Master League, you compete in a season, strengthen your squads, add players, acquisitions, blah, 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 blah. You know, you try to build a team, become as best as possible, try and win as many cups as possible. Now, we've got match mode members, which is the teams as they are in the game. So pretty much, you know, like you've got Liverpool's team, or you've got Chelsea, Arsenal, Inter Milan, Juventus, you know, whatever you want, pretty much. All the players from this season, 2006-2007, will be in the game. So basically, you can do that, or you can create your own custom team. I'm not going to be doing that, but I've decided I'm going to start with the original ML members, which pretty much means we want players develop on as well, so players develop. We're going to be playing it as the team that is... It's like a default team, so whichever team you pick in the game, you'll be given a default team pretty much. So that's pretty much what it means. So if you pick Liverpool, for example, you won't have like Liverpool with Gerrard and Carragher and all those. You'll have... the game's pretty much its own sort of unique team. It doesn't matter which team you pick, you'll have a set players basically. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. But about transfer market, I'm going to set this to high just so there's a lot of transfers and whatnot going on. And confirm and progress. Now here comes some more important stuff. Entrance scene. So the entrances to the match basically means, you know, when you come out, and you know, you'll have a little, like an intro to each game kind of thing. You can set it as no, so it never does it, yes, or important matches only. I'm going to just set it to important matches. Match time, I play on 15 minutes on PES 5. For this one, I'm actually going to play in 10 minutes, guys. So game difficulty, top player, very hard. ML starting points. Now I've unlocked the starting points on this, and you can have all the way up to 50,000, but I'm not going to do it, guys. We're going to go with the lowest amount, which is just 1,500, but doing it the hard way yet again. Player development, obviously. Transfer frequency is high, so I guess this is your second chance to sort of change it if you want. Hidden classic players, I'm going to set this to no because I don't like having classic players on. Autosave, yes. Reset prevention feature basically means if, I think if you're playing a match and, for example, your PC or console dies, or, you know, the power gets turned off or whatever, I think it just saves it from there. But I think it means, like, if that happens, it results in, like, a 3-0 defeat for you anyway or something like that. So I always have that off. I don't know. It might be different in different games, but yeah, script selection, so kit selection before each match. Auto lineup select, I'm going to set this to no for the time being. I don't know if I can go back and change it anywhere. Topics display, yes, it tells you about this topics, basically when you start up the ML. Ball effect basically gives you like a rainbow effect on replays. I'm going to set this to no because I used to have it back on in the old days, but I don't really like it anymore. So screw that. And then the match ball. Now we've got some pretty... and I have to say this straight away, guys. I'm not using a kit server for Season 1. I'm not using it. I didn't do that in PES 5 Master League, and I'm not going to do it in this one. But from Season 2 onwards, hopefully I will be applying it. I'm not going to set it on just yet, guys. So there's no like stadiums or official kits or anything like that. But I will be doing it in Season 2. Now we've got all types of balls in this game. Got lots of balls, guys. And so yeah, I might do a mixture. I might play the season as every different type of ball, maybe, or something. Or I might just, because I like this one, and I kind of like this one, and I kind of like to change it up during the season. This one is the one I always use, the Adidas one. I'm gonna set it to I think we'll just have the Adidas one for the time being. We'll do that. Right, select a team. Now this is this is the awkward bit, because now we gotta select everything that's gonna happen. Now what I could do is I could just hit square, or like I'm using a 360 control for this, I could just select X or whatever, and it will just randomly pick everything for me. But I've worked it all out, guys. I've got notes in front of me, and as you're gonna see, I am gonna change things up, and the team that I'm gonna be going with, guys, is gonna be in the Premier League. So, but it's not gonna be Liverpool. It is going to be, in fact, Reading is the team I've chosen for this, and we're going to be trying to take Reading up from the second division to the top division. As you can see, this is all mixed up and whatnot, so I'm going to actually come right back with you once I've edited all this, and basically I've put every team into a draw, and basically, you know, so like for example, Team 1 might not be Real Madrid, it might be someone else kind of thing, and I basically used a random number generator to do it, so I'm going to be right back with you to show you what it spewed up. See you then. Alright guys, so we are back, and oh my god, it took like 20 minutes or something to put this together, but anyway, this is pretty much what it's thrown up. So Division 1, this is kind of how I've decided to put it together. So in Division 1, we're going to have the Premier League teams, and obviously it only allows you to have 16 Premier League teams. So I've decided that the free promoted clubs from the 2005-2006 season, which are Reading, Sheffield United and Watford, are going to be in the second division, along with Charlton. And the reason I've picked Charlton is because they were relegated in 2007. Because I think it was Sheffield United, Watford went down, and also Charlton, so that's my reasoning for putting them in the second division as well. So if you support Charlton, like I say guys, there's only spots for 16 teams in every top league, so yeah. Obviously, I've gone with PES United and Wii United in here as well, which I've had to kind of edit because I'm going to be applying a kit server later, which kind of changes them. So they're going to have pretty overpowered teams, I think. But other than that, and obviously to follow up with some extra British teams, I've gone with Celtic and Rangers, just like in PES 5 Master League, guys. So I hope that's okay. Now, moving straight ahead. La Liga. So yeah, if we have a look on the sort of the left hand side here, as you can see, there's going to be no Gymnastic, and no Celta, and no Real Sociedad, and Recreativa. I'm just going to call them Recreativa. And yeah, I know they stayed up, but they're like, you know, promoted teams and whatnot, and teams that have gone down, and that's kind of how I've figured it, guys. Alright, so yeah, you could say I could have maybe put these into a team of their own, but there's so many teams in this game that are really good, and I want Europe to be competitive. But I do like, you guys do like your La Liga stuff, so I thought, you know what, we're going to have La Liga in here. So we're going to have Barcelona, Villarreal, Osasuna, Levante, Zaragoza, Racing, Real Madrid, Athletic Club. And again, guys, I've drawn all of these out. I've basically numbered them from like 1 to 20 and then done a random number generator to see what position they're going to be thrown into in the division, basically. So for example here, Barcelona was number 1, Athletic Club was number 8, Atletico Madrid 9, and then obviously like Getafe over here 16 basically. So that's how we've kind of gone about it. And we've got Valencia, Real Betis, Mallorca, Sevilla, Deportivo, Espanyol, and then of course Getafe. And as something a bit different, guys, well, I've got some info for you. If you don't remember, back in the 2005-2006 season, I was going to put the Italian league in, just like I did in PES 5, but as something a bit different, I decided to put the German league in because the people that made the option file have gone to the extent to actually put the German teams in the game and edit them. And just to say thanks to those people that have, you know, done it, we're going to go something a bit different. Some of you do like your German league and whatnot, so we've gone with the German league here. And of course, there's only 18 teams in the German league, guys. So basically, where are they? Where are they? There they are. Basically, yeah, there's 18. So there's only 2 that are missing, and those are Mainz and Aachen, I want to say. Because I think Mainz were relegated, weren't they? And I think Aachen were like a weren't they a relegated or promoted team, something like that? But anyway, we've got Bielefeld. I don't know how to say any of them, guys, so I do apologise. But we got Cottbus, Bayern Munich, obviously, Frankfurt, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Wolfsburg, Schalke 04, Hamburgers, Leverkusen, Bochum, Borussia Dortmund, Bremen, Hertha, Stuttgart, because weren't they the champions for 06-07 as well, Nuremberg as well, and yeah, one of the reasons that I took the Italian one out as well is because if you remember, Juventus were actually relegated in 2006 because they were done for cheating. So that's what you get, Italy. You get punished and you get put into Division 4, or League 4, I guess. So yeah, that's what I've done, guys. But I've been fair to them and I have put 4 teams in. And as they've turned out, they're all in a corner. We've got Juventus in this corner, Roma over here, Inter here, and Milan over here, so that's kind of strange how that's come out. But I have mixed it up a bit, guys. You know what I mean? We do have 4 Italian teams there, but I have mixed it up a little bit. So as you can see, I've got Panathinaikos here, I've got Olympiakos here, so I've got 2 Greek teams. I've got 3 Dutch teams, including Ajax, PSV, and Feyenoord. I don't believe I entered Feyenoord in PES 5 Master League, so be interesting to see how Feyenoord get on. We do have Benfica and Porto. We do have Lyon, Monaco. I think I put Marseille in there last time in PES 5, so we've got Monaco this time because they've got a pretty good team, guys. And PSG, obviously. And then as the last 2, I thought, well, I want a couple of Turkish teams in, obviously. I got Galatasaray, so good luck to them, and I put Fenerbahce in there as well. So again, guys, I do apologise if there's any teams out there that you support and aren't in the game. Like I say, the game is very limited and I can only put in so many. So I hope you're alright with that. And before you get started, guys, make sure that the division you want to get promoted to is above the division, your second division. So if you're starting out in the second division here like I am with Reading, make sure that the division you want to get promoted to is above it. So for example, I want to go from the, if you could imagine it as the Championship, to the Premier League here. So, and then press OK on the menu. Let's go. And I don't know why it says Premier League, but it's, well, it's Premier League Division 2. 8 teams compete, 14 home and away fixtures, top 2 teams progress automatically, and you get 5,000 points if you do. So let's go. Division 2, Fixture 1. Let's have a look at the fixtures to start off with, guys. I guess, well, actually, let's go through this. So, if you've seen my PES 5, guys, I've pretty much gone through this all before. It's pretty much hasn't changed. So, save data. Again, you can pause the video and look at this if you want to. If you've got any questions about it, you know, just pop me a comment, I suppose, and just let me know. Game over conditions. If your points become negative, you will get a game over. If your team ends up having less than 16 players, so make sure that doesn't happen, or make, if you're playing on the, well, if you're playing on console, I guess as well, if you're playing on PC, make millions of backup files to make sure that doesn't happen, maybe, guys. And negotiations are possible until week 43. Results of negotiations are announced during week 44, the end of the season, the same week that the players' yearly salaries are paid in a lump sum advanced payment, which basically means you pay off the money for the team at the end of the season, guys. So yeah. To this effect, be careful not to let your points go below the annual salaries of the players. You can check your finance on the main menu. That's good. Conditions for promotion relegation. Well, highest 2 are promoted and lowest 2 from the league above us, which would be the Premier League, will come down. So we won't be playing, if we get promoted, we won't be playing 2 of the teams that came down, but we'll get to that eventually. Club rankings. I don't know if I've explained this before. Overall rankings provides an unbiased look at the comparative strengths of all the clubs in the Master League. I've never really looked into this or really knew how it works, but the ranking system assigns points to teams based on the results of league play and tournaments. The number of points awarded varies depending on the level of each tournament, the difference in skill between competitors, and the difference in the league ranks of each team, all calculated over an 8-year period. So yeah, it's a little bit weird how it calculates this kind of thing. The weeks are 8, 16, 28 and 36 for this, so we'll get to there when we get there. Conditions for European entry. Well, we can't get into Europe this season because we're in the second division. But basically, guys, in short, you have to get to the top division. You can start in the top division, obviously, and if you get into, like, I think first and second enters automatically in the Division 1. Third through 6, as you can see, that enters the qualifying stage. So, like, you can get thrown into, like, the sort of the UEFA Cup kind of thing, and but Masters Cup is the sort of UEFA Cup. The Champions Cup is like the Champions League, if you can imagine that. So yeah, if you want to pause it and look at it, guys, I don't think I really need to explain it too much. And then topics. This just says, basically, this right here is telling you about this right here. So yeah, and here we are. Team salary is 8,934, guys. So I don't know if we're going to be signing many players. Maybe we can get some on loan in the January transfer window. But let's have a look at who we're going to be playing, guys. Let's have a look at the calendar. So to start off, we're going to be away. We're going to be away first at PES United. It's pretty interesting that, because we was actually at home first in PES 5, if you remember way back then, and whatnot. So let's have a look ahead. We're going to be playing Sheffield United second at home. And if you guys are wondering why I've picked Reading for this, I've pretty much picked them. Oh, Celtic Rangers, the fixture free. I just, they did really good in the Premier League, and they got 8th in the 06-07 season, and that was just, like, amazing. I don't even know how they did that. Who we got in the cup? We have got Rangers. Oh my god, the return of Rangers, guys. I can never get away from them. Then we're playing Charlton away in fixture 5. Rangers again in the league at home, and then obviously the return leg there on week 14, and then just before the halfway point we are going to be playing We United at home, and then obviously all the fixtures reverse, so hopefully we can get to the cup final in week 31 and get promoted just by coming in even first or second. We do get a bit of a break here in week 8 though, and we do start in week 6. If we was in the top division of the game, we would be playing from week 1 obviously and up to like week 36, but obviously we don't have that because we are just playing against 7 other teams in this division. So obviously league match info, don't really need to go through this because nothing's happened yet. Cup info just tells you about the cups, and does it tell us the other cups for the other divisions? We've got Champions League here where we got Chelsea who have qualified, Aston Villa, Everton and Fulham. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, guys, it just does it. It just picks random teams in the first season pretty much. So yeah, Bayern Munich, Borussia, Gladbach there probably do well, maybe Ajax, PSV. So yeah, there's not much you can do about that, guys, and I think that's all it shows us being in the second division. Records room, we don't need to look at that. Well, we'll get on to maybe some of this at the end of the season or whatever. Negotiations, we can't do anything there until January transfers. Regulate condition. Now, regulate condition, basically, guys. For example, these 2 players here are on red up arrows, so basically you don't want to be regulating their condition. To be honest, you probably don't want to be regulating these guys' conditions either. Basically, it means they will gain a bit of fatigue, but it will try to get their form up. So yeah. Have we got anybody on a blue arrow? No, we don't. Maybe I could show it off a different time. To be honest, guys, though, I don't like to do that. I really don't like to do that. Development sheet just tells you the development for the entire team. Obviously, you can edit the team, but I'm not going to be doing that because it's pretty much being edited anyway through the option file. Locker room. Now, locker room, we can set the formation pretty much. And this is our team, guys. This is our team right here. This is the Master League sort of mode members. So basically, as you can see, we have no... for example, Reading had Leroy Lita playing for them back in these days. And who else did they have? Stephen Hunt, I think. Kitson, was it Hanneman, someone like that in goal. You know what I mean, guys? We would have had those players, but because we're playing with the original Master League mode players, this is the team we've got. And this will be really interesting because I've never ever done something like this before, guys. My original plan was just to play with the match mode members, but we're going to try and build this team up and take them into something and make them into something really good. So yeah, we've got Ivor I'm going to call him Ivor. We've got Ivor in goal, guys. Velany, Jarek, Stremer. Go, Stremer. He sounds strong. He sounds strong, guys. Maybe with him. We got Dodo. We got the Dodo bed. Yauga, I want to say. Or is that... No, it would be a capital L. Yauga, I want to say. Espimas. Zimiles. I'm probably getting them all wrong, but Minanda, Ordaz, Castola. I think Castola is one of the more notable members. I think a lot of people know him quite a lot. We got Lofar, Zamenhof. Got a lot of oldies here, guys, so we might be laying off a few players in the transfer window. We got Cess. I'm just going to call him Cess, whatever, that'll do. Liberman, Ruskin, Gerritsen, I want to say. Steen. Probably Steen, isn't it? Mako. We got Mako, guys. Maka. 4K. Bear shit. It sounds like something else, that one. Hamsun and Hulens. So yeah, guys, that is our team. We're going to turn this team into champions, and you guys are probably going to tell me who to sign all the time, because yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much it, I think, for this episode. The only other thing I really kind of want to do at the moment, guys, is... Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Free training. Just going to do a little bit of free training just before we end off. And I think I usually like to get into the... I like to get into... Whoa, what's going on here? That was a great first touch, but we're playing against 11 men here. 11 against 11. Yeah, that pretty much does it for this episode. And like the free training, I showed it off on PES 5, I remember, back in the day, and yeah, you know, it's pretty much you just try to practice with your team pretty much. You got all these options. So like training menu, you can choose to shoot from a position on the field. For example, if I put the ball in the penalty box, it'll give me a penalty, or I guess not. Why? Oh, okay. Wait, what are you doing? What is going on right now, guys? Oh my god, and I actually admit... Why did it do that? Like, shouldn't it... Is it free kick? Yeah, it's free kick. I totally got it wrong. But you get what I mean. Sort of thing. You can try left corner, right corner. Just normal training. I think you can set the amount... You can set the amount of players. So if you want to switch sides, you can actually sort of like... yeah, participation. So I could basically take out a lot of these players, pretty much. Like I could take out the entire team, pretty much. And if I do that, when we continue playing, it should just be the goalkeeper and goal for them, pretty much. So if I go to free training, normal training, there you go. I think this is the one everybody practices on. I don't know why it had like 11v11 straight away. It's kind of weird. Oh my god. I'm actually got my head in my hands straight away, guys. What are we going to do with this team? It's going to be a miracle. Oh my god, it's going to be a miracle if we get this team promoted. Let's have one last crack at it. Way, we got there in the end. That'll do, guys. That will do. But yeah, you can rest the stamina of the team as well. General settings, you know, you got all this going on. There's a lot of stuff, guys. If you've got the game, just play around with it. You know what I mean? Camera settings, game speed, everything. So yeah, that is pretty much everything I wanted to say in this this episode, guys. So thank you for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, and share if you want to. Way! And I will see you guys next time when we finally get into our first game of the season. It's gonna be exciting. See you then, guys. Oh.